Hello and welcome back to another lovely day out here at De La Veaga in Santa Cruz, California. Here we go, hole one, taking my evader up the middle. Arm's feeling a little bit sore today, so I wanted to go a little slower off the first tee pad. Got good distance, you can see we're up there close. Chip up with the maiden. Hole one is playing 297 feet today. Does have quite a difficult elevation though. Tapping in the par up there and moving on to hole two. I will be using my evader going up hole two as well. Opting for the backhand today. Pumping it up there. Extra distance with the Millennium Falcon style slide. And we're sitting pretty up top. Looking at the basket from here, it's probably 35, 40 feet. And pumping the harp out and around. Beautiful part job with the moonshine harp, and also going to showcase here for just a second the dangers of going too far on hole two. Big roll away hazard potential. Boom, in for another par. VIP World coming down off of hole three. I'm going to try and take it down the middle. I am slowly working my way more to the middle gap and saving my arm from the big hyzer. Great distance down there. Giving myself a jump putt look at it. This is a BT soft maiden. Good flex and then kind of plinkoed off the trees. That's normal, that's the guarded basket for you. Boom. Straddle putt in for par. Even through the first three feels good. Moving on to hole four. Today I'm also going to be throwing this backhand. That is an underworld. Flipped to flat, flexed around the tree, came back. I was just excited as could be, showing all the emotions of Calvin Heimberg there. Just wanted to pitch this one up, tried to do a little Annie flex around some of that tree that you can see there, and it just kind of faded off a little bit too much because I didn't commit to it, but still an easy par. Boom, there we go. Moving on to hole five. Taking my Northman and just putting it right up there. Big time shots on hole five, which is in the 304 foot position in front of the trees. Giving it a little run, and that's all right. Maidens go in, and that's why we love them. Still sitting even all the way through five. That's pretty cool. This is the new Erica Stinchcomb TPX sword. You can see how beefy that thing is. It wanted to get to the ground quick. Probably about a 80-foot shot left here on a 367-foot par 3. I really wanted it though, so I gave it a good bid, and unfortunately it was just a little bit shy. Hole 6 is one of those shots that I really want the birdie on every time. I was surprised at how beefy the TPX sword was and the way that it just dropped off. There we go, picking up the par and moving on to hole 7. Here we are, hole 7, throwing my sling. We are at the 418-foot position. Kind of faded off the line there, but caught great ground play and slid right up. Here we go. Two putters. I'm thinking I'm going to be approaching. But, hey, it works when you put it in the basket. Right now on to hole 8. A new line for me. I'm taking an Autie there, and I am trying to just flex it as far away from the Narnia side of this hole as possible, and it really worked out. Not something I normally would be doing, as you guys have seen in the past. I normally would throw like a sling backhand, but that Autie line really put me down there pin high, just off the line some. So here we go. I'm going to be running this one again with a maiden. This is my BT soft, and I just missed my line. Pick it up. Boom. There we go. Sitting 1 under through 8. That's pretty cool. Here we are in 8A. This is off on the right, and man, I just screwed up that maiden. I was trying to just put something floaty out there. I let go way too early. Thankfully, I got a good tree kick from it, and I will be able to get up and down still. No problem. 8A is scary if you get off to the right side there, but thankfully this is a good right up the middle. Give me an easy look. Boom. Grab the putter. Let's move on. Now this little walk from 8A to 9 is one of my favorite places on the course. It's just kind of a magical little walk there. I really enjoy it, so I figured I'd share it with you guys. Here we are in hole 9, dead straight, 306 feet out. Boom. Crushing that underworld, putting it out high. I was trying to get some late turn on it, and it just fell off because I threw it noodly. So here we go with the big maiden up and over the top. Oh man, I really thought that was going in. So we just go over and we say, pars are good, moving on. Here we are now into hole 10, throwing a world low, putting it right through the foliage and the trees, finding a good window, great distance there. Gonna give myself another look at it. This is another birdie that I feel like I should be running, but I grip blocked it, and that was unintentional. Hooray. We are close enough though that we can just take the world and toss it in. Now we cross the street onto hole 11. Full send with my sword. It is 376 feet down and to the left. There it is after the sword came to rest. Taking the maiden, running it again. Just running them today a little bit right. I need to be correcting that in my practice. But, like again, pars are good. We like pars. Moving on to the fridge. Taking my harp. This was an ace run for sure. Nice little standstill. And there we have it. Right at the basket. Cool. We like birdies. Birdies are good. Especially on the fridge. Now we come to the big one. I-5. Taking my sword. Hyzer flip. Great distance. Right over Lake Maple. And I was excited. I really enjoyed the flight out of that. Here you can see how far down I got into the deeper part of the fairway. This is the Hybrid X Stag. Boom. Great flight. I am pumped. Here we go, walking up to that Hybrid X Stag, the Jesse Tamina stamp, giving me a good look for par at I-5, and it's in. Anytime you par I-5, it feels like a birdie. That is such a good shot. Here we have the same Hybrid X Stag. I grip locked it, but it just held a beautiful laser beam straight line and popped out onto the other side of the tree that you usually see people try and hyzer over, which gave me a really unique look at the basket. So I took my VIP maiden, my ace maiden, and tried to just flick this one right up to it. It worked. I got some good ground play there. It was a little bit further to the right than I was intending because I don't practice from a knee as often as I should. Bad. But we still are in easy range for that par. And we look down. There we go. That's good, Josh. And boom, there we go. Making short work of the pars today. On to my favorite hole of the course, what I call banana. This is hole 15. It's 339 feet or 334. I can't remember. But this whole ravine here on the left is like no man's land. You do not want to go left when you are on hole 15. Stay to the right as much as you can. Let's look at that T sign. Boom. Thank you. So I'm going to be taking my underworld, throwing it backhand on the turnover. I'm trying to teach myself this line because I usually would throw forehand with a world or an Aussie, and that's pretty comfortable. That was a decent shot for me there. Gave me a good little pitch up opportunity. I'm pretty happy with that. Here we go. That was my BT soft maiden, so I take my BT medium maiden. Low ceiling, make sure my foot's good, and come on, we gotta get center chains whenever that close. That was scary. Moving on to hole 16. Big pump with my VIP sword. You can see it gets the huge full flight out of that. The big flex comes to rest way down here by the baby pines, which makes me happy. That's my goal every time I'm 116, is to just try and get as close to these little baby pines as possible. Show you the basket there was behind the tree, over the log, so I'm taking my harp, big sky hyzer, dropping it right down next to the pin. I love the harp for that line. It just always is reliable, and this moonshine, tournament moonshine, wants to find chains. So this is going to be a quick and easy toss in. Not even going to switch out, just going to take my sword and peek. There we go, another par. That's nice. This is the gravity hole with my VIP maiden. Giving it a little run and a roll. I am not James Conrad, so no ace for me today. But I am definitely going to run this birdie. Sneak it in. That feels good. Take the TPX sword here on 18, really light, and just give it a good little forehand up and over because I know it will get to the ground, have a little slide. Off the band with my maiden. Man, I really wanted that one, but that's okay. You got to be careful with running 18 because behind the basket there is a straight up cliff and discs do not come home from that location. 19 now, taking the TPX sword, giving it a little run. I thought this was going in, but it was a little low, and you can see there it's going to be an easy birdie opportunity, but 19 is just like 18. You do not want to go long, you don't want to roll. Your discs go a long way down. Moving on to the parking lot holes. Hole 20, taking my world. This is a tournament world. Big flex. Getting way down there. Really excited about that distance. Just going to pitch up though. Give it a little slide and let it ride on down towards the basket. Take the world and toss it in. Hole 21, I have gotten the ace on previously. Taking the VIP maiden, giving it a run, and that was a super close attempt. Can't get it all in the frame, but you can see there's the bottom of the basket, and another easy birdie. Moving on to hole 22, taking the VIP sword. I'm trying to get a turn out of it, but instead, just get good distance. And then I have to go quick because I knew that there were people on hole 20's tee pad. So I take my heart, pitch it up, skip it over with a little bunny hop, and take the easy par. That's cool. Here we go, hole 23, taking the world. Grip locked it a little bit, but I know that it's stable, so it's going to come back towards the basket anyways. And I got a good look at it. Lining it up with the maiden, thinking I'm just going to be setting up for an approach, but another big shot, birdie. That was a sick one outside of circle one. Unfortunately, 24 is the last one I got on film because my phone is dying. At this point, I think I had about 3% left. Took my maiden, ran it up there, grabbed my other maiden, flung it up there sidearm quickly before the phone died. Luckily, that was right underneath the basket, and I was able to just tap it in for the par right as my phone died. There's the final score for the day. I shot a respectful 6 under, continuing to shoot for par as I went up the hill and back down off top for the world. Huge shout out to all my Team Trilogy family, and of course a big shout out to Ford Disc Golf, my sponsor. Remember, if you guys are looking for any kind of comfortable apparel for on or off the course, or if you're looking for some new plastic, check out FordDiscGolf.com. Use code JRICH10 at checkout to save yourself 10%. Thanks for watching. Pink Percolate out.